Hello and welcome to the Ananda College rugby grounds here in Ratmalana as we move into week 5 of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. As we have a mouth-watering clash on our hands, Maharagama Central College, the Chairman's Trophy champions, taking on St. Thomas's College Matale, who have also been in red-hot form in Division 1 Segment C of the Dialog Schools Rugby League. And for the next 70 minutes or so, it's my pleasure to welcome Denan Ranavira into the combox with me. Very good afternoon, Denan.
Yes, good afternoon, Nathan. Seems like pretty solid conditions for some open and fast rugby. As we take a look at the weather forecast for today, maximum of 31 degrees, minimum of 26, but I don't think we'll come even close to that today, Nathan. Pretty windy conditions, 21 kilometers, so we can expect a few wayward kicks here and there, but clear skies and perfect conditions for some open, fast rugby.
Yes, definitely. Then a strong cross breeze across the Ananda College grounds here, and yes, can expect a few wayward kicks indeed, and that will only encourage the sides to go to their set moves and play some open and hard rugby and some running rugby, which is quite the spectacle as you see the skyline behind us. Quite a picturesque venue, this the Rajagiri grounds.
Some beautiful buildings being built, as you can see, as the teams are almost finished with their warm-up routines, and expect the next few minutes them to start with the action-packed game maneuvers, Nathan.
Yes, definitely. We saw some intense, high-intensity warm-ups going on just before coming to you live, and we can tell you there is no shortage of talent to be on display here in just under 15 minutes or so. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now head into a short commercial break with the team news and live action on the other side. Stay tuned with the Papare.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
Link Natural Cramp Guard Plus. No more suffering from muscle cramps. The herbal specialist for muscle cramps. A trusted product from Link Natural.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. සමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදාමයි.
Saratona enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Our forests come in many forms. They can be up in the hills or down in the plains, fed by the rain or sculpted by the sun. Our forests are deeply rooted in us. They are a living inspiration.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
රාමෙන් පාරක් දාමුද?
මෙතන
මෙතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඕනම තැනක රාමෙන්.
හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට්. රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
Tokyo Super, ඕන වැඩකට super.
As the pioneer in Sri Lanka's bottled water industry, American Water has set the standard for over 3 decades to help you stay hydrated wherever you may roam, to provide healthy hydration for your whole home, and to nourish your growing family. With island-wide distribution, we've reached the homes and hearts of every Sri Lankan, ensuring healthy hydration for all. For over 30 years, we've brought the Earth's bounty directly to you, wherever you are, whatever your needs.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
That was summer refresh when the train got to go.
Night go pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
The road is yours.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චම්මරි අක්කා.
පිත්තියට ස්විස්ටේ ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swisstex skim coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff හැම සිතක්ම පිබිදේ රස lemon රසයේ ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි Maliban lemon puff puff lemon puff Maliban lemon puff Maliban lemon puff chill when lemon.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල් 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Super Seal for waterproofing. Tokyo Super Seal. Do it right the first time.
Yes, we've just kicked off here at the Ananda College grounds and collected well by Venusha Nimsar, the talismanic number 8 of Maharagama Central College. And straight away looking for that exit. And yes, going through a few phases with their forwards before finding that exit. Then Maharagama Central just playing a bit patiently here. I'm sure the boys from Matale are a bit tired as well. They made a long commute to be here, and that is also something that must be commended as well.
So indeed, as Maharagama finally opts for the boot, well gathered there by St. Thomas's left winger there. If I'm not mistaken, that should be Charit Nayananda. Now they will opt to work their lines through that number 8. Good tackle coming in by Maharagama Central. So both teams starting their engines with a good collision here and there, but first penalty given by Maharagama Central, not rolling away in that instance. So will we see some discipline issues here, Nathan, or will it be tight and fast running, as a mistake has been committed there by the touch finder as well as the receiver? So St. Thomas's Matale with some early advantage due to some unforced errors committed by Maharagama Central.
Yes, I definitely thought Maharagama Central played those opening few phases well done, and they played it quite patiently. Unfortunately, just getting a bit too cynical at the breakdown there and giving away that penalty. And after that, St. Thomas's College were not on point with that touch finder, but fortunately for them, it was spilled by the number 11 of Maharagama Central. That's Saranga Deshan, and they have a scrum coming their way. And they'll be looking to gain some good territory with one of their set moves to the skipper. That's the number 12. Lovely pass over the top. But unfortunately, the receiver on that occasion just spilling the ball forward. Was a nice pass coming in from Nayananda, but Dishant Taruka in that number 13 jersey just spilling the ball and handing over a scrum in favor of the Maharagama Central side, who are the home team for this clash. And Maharagama Central, of course, winners of that Chairman's Trophy in the Dialog Schools rugby knockouts. What a close final that was at Havelock Park, winning the game 12 points to 8, if I'm not mistaken. And this time off their scrum. Lovely rep pass and another pass over the top to the skipper. That's Talawat. Finds his winger, steps past a couple of defenders, but good tackle coming in by Taraka. But hovering around the edge of the 22 now. but off his feet is the call from the referee in the ruck. And St. Thomas has given an early breather. And this time the touch finder is good. Brins play right around the halfway mark. But in these early exchanges, the over-eagerness, you could say, of this Maharagama Central side is costing them. Just committing a few cynical errors in the breakdown. And they'll want to smoothen out those rough edges as they grow into this clash. An all-important clash in the Dialog Schools Rugby League. Both sides vying for points, and good work there to spoil the line out by the flanker. That's Kanchana. And yes, but went out into touch, and another chance for St. Thomas's to go again, Denan.
Yes, Nathan, some interesting passage of play there by both teams. So St. Thomas's Matale now have an advantage here. So very well stolen there in that instance by the second jumper, and now working the lines through the number 13, trying to cut back inside, almost broke past the defense. So Maharagama Central in the front foot in these early exchanges of this important encounter. So they are now inches away there from the try line, just outside the 5 meter, as the forwards have been good leg drive in that instance by that Maharagama Central player. Now they will look to work the lines through their number 8. A good inside ball, very well tackled in that instance though. Just now Maharagama Central just inside that 5 meter, seeing that whitewash as they go over for the first Tamana Bank try. Superb gap spot in there in that instance, sniping his way through. Is still waiting confirmation there for who that is. It's the number 7 for Maharagama Central. It's Heshan Nimsara sniping his way through, catching the St. Thomas's Matale team napping in those fringes. So 5 minutes down, and they have first drawn first blood here, Nathan.
Yes, definitely, Denan. They've brought some intensity into this clash, have Maharagama Central. And you could say, despite a couple of early mistakes, they rightfully are reaping the earlier rewards here, as the conversion is good. So straight away, walking away with all 7 points, Maharagama Central. And St. Thomas's will be starting this game on the back foot. Is the one on kicking duties. That's not something we see quite often, isn't it?
So not seen often, but when the flankers do come in handy, it's a valuable asset for a team. So this time around, no mistake by the Maharagama players, as they'll drive through there in the front foot here at Ananda College grounds. St. Thomas's Matale will now definitely opt to score, as they don't want to be defending in this all-important encounter. So it's a knock forward by Maharagama Central. Good pressure coming in there by St. Thomas's Matale in ruck time.
Yes, and straight away then St. Thomas's with a chance to hit back, have a scrum well inside Maharagama Central territory, and they'll want to get the execution right this time. We saw a good set move from them early on, but unfortunately the pass was spilled. Lovely gap spotted there by the number 10, offloads to his skipper. Skipper takes 3 defenders down with him, and the jackal is good. And yes, he has held on to the ball for too long there. So excellent defensive stuff from Maharagama Central soon after scoring, and they've started this clash on the front foot.
Yes, St. Thomas's Matale, even though they seem to have lost that scoring opportunity, I thought their line was showing some promising signs, but nevertheless, good jackling work by that Maharagama Central player. It's yet another brilliant touch finder in that instance. Brings us to the halfway mark. So St. Thomas's College have to put their game faces on if they have to restrict these defending champions of the Chairman's Trophy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, definitely, Darren. They are a good side, the Maharagama Central outfit, especially that man in the number 8. Like I was saying before kickoff as well, Venusha Nimsar, he was player of the match in that Chairman's Trophy final. Contributes heavily in both attack and defense, and this time the collection is good from Kanchana, and they get the roll in maul right, come 10 meters or so before eventually being collapsed. But this is good work from the Maharagama forwards, as has been in the open in 8 to 9 minutes or so, and now they'll go to their line. Talavatta goes for that chip kick, but well spotted, and referee will play for advantage for the collapse maul dinner.
Yes, it's interesting decision taken by that by the centre there to go up for boot while he was playing advantage. So nevertheless, some good shoving there in that maul by Maharagama Central. So I reckon they will definitely show some sort of dominance in when it comes to maul and scrum time, as referee has spotted injury concern in that second centre for St. Thomas's Matale. Dishan Taruka finding himself with a bit of a niggle there.
Yes,
and he's been replaced, Nathan, so not the ideal start for St. Thomas's Matale. Down 5 points and losing their outside centre. So
yes, not the best of games for Dishan Taruka. Lasted all but 9 minutes then, and in that 9 minutes he was guilty of a couple of knock-ons, and now he is appeared to have pulled a niggle as well, as that's a good touch find on that occasion by the centre of Maharagama Central. That's Rizwan Talavatta. Brings play into that 22, and they have been dominant in the forwards department, have Maharagama Central, and they'll look to set that roll in maul once again and try and go over the whitewash and really put some breathing space between them and their opponents.
So as you said that this time around St. Thomas's Matale showing some sort of resistance when it comes to that maul. Here we go, working through the line. These Maharagama Central with good spot tackle coming in that instance by the number 11. Vikum,
but lovely hands there by Talavatta out to his winger. The number 14 needs 3 players and gets the offload right.
Unfortunately, it is knocked forward. So coming ever so close in that instance is Maharagama Central, but just unfortunate to just lose it forward there. So they should show a bit of patience. There's no need to hurry. They're already leading 7 points to nothing. So they should just show a bit of composure and patience if they want to get that score in.
Yes, definitely, Darren. Like you said, there's no need to take any unnecessary risks or try and surrender the momentum in this game, because sport is all about momentum then, and even if you are on the back foot, if you can wrestle back some momentum, there's always room to launch a comeback. And but for Maharagama Central, I think after opening the score in early, like you said, they'll want to play patiently and try and kill this game in the first half itself if they can get another couple of Amana Bank tries.
Yes, indeed. Now they up St. Thomas's Matale up to clear their lines, but doesn't find a touch. And now ample of space on the outside for Maharagama Central, as the number 13 who broke through once is breaking through again. Just doesn't find that final man's hand. So bit more patience, as I was talking about earlier, by this Maharagama Central team, and they will definitely bother the scorers in ample times today.
Yes, definitely, Denan. Could have done with a lot more patience. There was acres of space out wide for Maharagama Central, but unfortunately Chamat Vianga, the centre, just not getting the pass right. He could have afforded to take a bit more time and try and get it straight into the hands of his wing 3. That's Dulina Nemita. And now have handed back possession to St. Thomas's, but the exit kick is charged down well by Maharagama Central. and they've won possession back straight away, and now hovering near the try line. Gifted back possession, Maharagama Central. St. Thomas's not taking that opportunity to get out of their own 22. And will they be made to pay again? Maharagama Central will want to walk away with the points. Twist in and turn in past that defense is that massive prop forward. And doing well on that occasion, the St. Thomas's defense to convert that game, that phase into a mold, and not letting the knee of that prop forward touch the ground. And that's intelligent play from St. Thomas's College, it has to be said.
Yes, definitely they have counteracted positively for that instance. Have to also just mention the flank, Tenuka Rambadagal of Maharagama Central, the try scorer. A lot of pressure by him on that first receiver there. So some outstanding players here by both teams in forms of attack and defense. So we have a lot to look forward to in this all important encounter, Nathan. As this time around, St. Thomas's Matale finds some sort of breathing space as they just kicks that ball into touch. Not the best of the exits, but nevertheless some few breaths here and there to regather themselves.
Yes, they'll be breathing a huge sigh of relief. We're very close to conceding yet again on a couple of occasions in the past few sequences of play. And this time once again collection is good. This time they offload to Nimsara. Nimsara taking a defender with him, brings play near that 5 meter mark. Surprising the St. Thomas's defense there. Now the hooker, he's right under the post. Just a matter of touching down now for Maharagama Central. Just need to be patient and go through a couple of phases. Going with their forwards as they have done in the opening 14 minutes. And here's the number 7. All he needs to do is touch down. But brought down just inches short of the try line.
So another penalty conceded in that instance. This time around, the referee says that not entering the ruck through the gate. So another lack of patience shown there by Maharagama Central, losing another easy try scoring opportunity in my eyes. But nevertheless, some sort of luck in the favour of St. Thomas's Matale, I should say, Nathan.
Yes, then indeed St. Thomas's have been very lucky today. Haven't been made to pay for their errors, and but it was good work initially from the forwards. But interesting touch finder there, sends play out near his 5 meter mark. The kicker for St. Thomas's just got it all wrong there, didn't he?
Yes, not the connection he was expecting, but nevertheless it's a line out in their favour, so not all hope is lost. But as I was just about to mention, Nathan, it's a matter of time that the St. Thomas's Matale lads run out of luck unless they put their game faces on and pull up some socks here.
Yes, indeed, Denan. All one-way traffic so far in Rajagiri in the opening 15 minutes as the hot Colombo sun beats down on these lads. And not given any room for that exit, so they have to work their line and run it from inside their own dead ball zone, the St. Thomas's College lads. And now trying to find some space for that exit. Find it eventually, but that's collected there by Kanchana, and attacking phase now for Maharagama Central College. But a good ruck work by St. Thomas's, but and they end up winning the ball as well. So defense coming to the play just in the nick of time for St. Thomas's College. We said they'll need to pull their socks up, and in that phase they certainly did, Denan, as referee has a small word with the skipper of Maharagama Central. This time as well, the exit kick doesn't find much ground. It's just outside the 22 meter. And if the forwards of Maharagama Central can do some good work in the line out as they have done so far in this game, they'll have a chance to play on the front foot yet again inside, deep inside St. Thomas's College territory, Denan.
Indeed, Nathan. So it's ample that it's vital that St. Thomas's Matale find the exit as yet again showing some sort of defensive effort there by Maharagama Central. So a lot of pressure in that number 2 jumper for both teams as the ball's been lost forward yet again by St. Thomas's Matale. Now with numbers on the outside, opts to go by himself in that instance. So they will now move up to pick and go and attack those fringes. If I'm not mistaken, yes, that's what they'll be doing. So a bit of patience is what Maharagama Central will be hoping for. So we thought it's now inside the 5 meters. So few phases away, a bit of patience, and this time around they opt to work the lines. Numbers on the outside. Will he go over for the try? And he does that. So that will be the second Amana Bank try for the number 13 Chamat of Maharagama Central College. So this time around they don't waste any time of attacking those fringes. They spotted the space on the outside, and second try coming in for Maharagama Central.
Yes, it was only a matter of time before the second Amana Bank try was going to come. Went round the outside, and St. Thomas's had already committed a lot of bodies into defense, and he went over for Amana Bank try number 2. Plenty of space out left for Maharagama Central, and opting to try something different this time. Denon, they tried to go with their forwards but failed on a few occasions before this score. Conversion is from a tough angle, so the score will remain at 12 points to nil. But like I was saying, and they tried to go with their forwards on numerous occasions, but unfortunately committed some cynical errors in the breakdown. So this time the scrum half, that's Inuka Jaya Vikram, chose to take matters into his own hands and go to his line, and the backs this time have found the score for Maharagama Central College. As we'll head into the mandatory 1 minute water break, Denon. Of course, hot Colombo sun beating down on these lads. I'm sure it's really tough out there for them.
It's indeed, Nathan, especially this time around. It's very hot and humid as the sun is right above our heads. And as you were saying, yes, the Maharagama Central lads have opted to work their lines in this instance. Have to give it up to the captain as well, the centre, Rizwan, who spotted that St. Thomas's Matale were just clumping up a little bit in their fringes, trying to defend their close quarters without protecting their outside lines. So this time around they should probably work on that. And as they also, what's important is that during these small water breaks, the coaches convey the messages saying, come on, let's cover those outside channels, as it's not easy to defend against these fast running backs, especially with these given conditions. There is no room for any losing a footing or whatsoever. It's a dry and superb condition for some running rugby, as I mentioned earlier. So few messages here and there, few touch-ups, and you can see some disciplined and non-stop rugby.
Yes, indeed, Denon. Would love to see some continuous phases of play, like you said, and ideal conditions for that, and hopefully the coaches have conveyed those messages to the lads out on the park. And the kickoff is cleanly collected there by the number 7 of Maharagama Central, and by the looks of things thought they were going to try and work the ball out of their own half, but went to the boot, did the flank, that's Kanchana, but collected well by St. Thomas's College, and they can try and run it, but again goes for that chip kick, does the skipper Nayananda, and some scrappy play there, but it's eventually St. Thomas's College that walk away with the ball, and that big number 5, that's Hoshen Kalpana, gaining some valuable meters for his side. And now they look to run it with their forwards. Will the lads from Matale bustling run there by the number 18, that's Sandush Karunatilaga. And now they'll look to find the extra man on the outside.
So unfortunately, good defense coming in there by the try scorer, if I'm not, no, the number 11 for Maharagama Central there. Saranga Deshan. Good defense coming in there, covering that extra man overlap in the corner. So St. Thomas vs Matale still not settled in here. Just moved past that first quarter of the game. So it's vital that they settle in and relax and find some sort of composure here. Otherwise it will be a long day for them and a long way back. So need to walk away with some positives here, or else it's not good for their morale continuing the season.
Yes, indeed, and still plenty of time left in this clash, and St. Thomas's will be hoping to try and close off this first half on the front foot. Still not too late for them to try and mount a comeback. And just as I say that hands possession straight to St. Thomas's, does that lad from Maharagama, the skipper Rizon, but was playing under it, lost forward by Rizon, and referee will bring play back for the scrum in favour of St. Thomas's College. So another chance for them to try and run at the goal line of Maharagama Central, and like I said, just to close off this half on the front foot, Denan.
So both teams are not in perfect condition. It's just that Maharagama Central seems to capitalize on their opportunities better than what the boys from Matale are doing at the moment. We see again a good run there by the inside centre. So St. Thomas is now trying to work their lines. Goes to the boot in that instance, just overcooked it straight into touch. So it will be a line out now for Maharagama Central. So St. Thomas's yet again just gave away position ever so easy as it came for them.
Yes, running out of space there on that occasion, the number 11, that's Vikum Kumar. But like you were saying, then just surrender in possession, really could have opted to go inside, not even trying to do that. Just straight away opted to go to his boot and concede the possession. And now it's a Maharagama Central with a line out coming their way. Collected well by Kanchana. Quick hands to the line. Here's the number 10. Now Menusha Nimsara finds that number 14. And looking to loop the ball out wide now. Maharagama Central cutting inside. This is what St. Thomas's College should have looked to do, Denan. And Maharagama Central showing them how it's done. Now applying heaps of pressure. Bustling run there by the hooker. Takes play past that 40-meter mark. And Maharagama Central well and truly knocking on the door of the St. Thomas's defense once again, as they have done for all 23 minutes of this match so far. But unfortunately, ball just spilling out of that ruck there. And referee calls for a time off. He'll have a word with the skipper of St. Thomas's Matale. Was a hand in that ruck on that occasion from St. Thomas's Matale, and another injury for them. The number 6, that's Ashan Karunaratna limping off. So a couple of injuries as well for the visitors then, and it's ominous signs for them, conceding a cynical penalty once again for a hand in that ruck, and front foot ball coming the way of Maharagama Central, and they'll just have a small team discussion there to see what they'll do with this set play.
Nathan, what we saw, the clear difference between both teams is that St. Thomas's Matale, they hope to score off the first phase move there. So that's not something which is easy when they're playing, especially against a team like Maharagama Central, showing clear superiority against them. So in order to overcome that gap in talent and of course defense, you should show a bit of patience and composure. It's like playing chess, you should plot the moves before trying to do something irrational in that instance. As you can see from the Maharagama Central lads, they are building up phases, they are playing for a proper game pattern, other than the St. Thomas's Matale lads who just are hoping for some luck to roll in their favour.
Yes, wise words, Denan. Expert comment coming in from you, as Maharagama Central now have numbers on the outside. The number 15 cutting inside, that's a high tackle on him. another maul situation, but gets his knee to the ground in the nick of time. Does the fullback of Maharagama Central. But I'm sure a warning coming the way of the St. Thomas's players once these phases are done with, and now they'll look to straighten things up and go with their forwards. And once again now looking to find numbers on that left hand side. The St. Thomas's College defense caught napping once again, but unfortunately just unable to collect that ball. The skipper for Maharagama Central, Rizwan Talawat. But again, intelligent play there from Maharagama Central, just waiting for those gaps to open up and attacking the fringes. But unfortunately, sloppy handling has cost them once again.
Yes, indeed, Nathan, just that final pass. As I'm pretty sure the AR is trying to communicate that there was a bit of a high tackle in that on the fullback. Hands would have done the trick there. But nevertheless, things to learn off for these youngsters who's playing rugby. But as I was saying, Nathan, Maharagama Centre seems to have proper practice and pre-rehearsal preparations for their, especially the gameplay. They seem to be building phases and hoping to build up on their try-scoring momentum here. The defending champions, of course, of that Chairman's Trophy. So you have to say they are the clear favourites. But definitely St. Thomas's Matale, who can't count them out here. It's just been 25 minutes. So if they pull their socks up here and start defending and capitalizing on those attacking efforts, as we say that Maharagama Central yet again fumbles the ball in their try line. So not the ideal restart there. They should, as I was saying, they seems to have quite the superiority in knowledge and gameplay. So they should be a bit more patient when it comes to scoring those tries. They should.
Yes, thought it was lovely hands there by the scrum half, offloaded to Nimsar. Made an intelligent break, spotted the gap, but unfortunately just knocking the ball on in the dead ball zone. And this time as well the exit kick is charged down, and it is not good from St. Thomas's. Ball knocked backwards by Maharagama, and they look like they'll go over for the third Amana Bank try here. Just hovering around that try line are the Maharagama Central lads, and St. Thomas's handing over yet another cynical penalty. And referee will have another conversation. That St. Thomas's College player, that's Hoshan Kalpana, entering from the side, is what the referee is pointing out to him, and he might go into his pocket yet again with the amount of mistakes that have been committed here by the lads from Matale, and they'll need to pull their socks up. But once again, lovely hands from the scrum half, offloads to his prop forward, and eventually brought down, but just a couple of meters away surely. And yes, they have touchdown for their third Amana Bank try, and that's the big prop forward for Maharagama Central College. That's Asira Shamalka with the score. And after spilling the ball on the last occasion, Denan, finally they reap their rewards. And once again, St. Thomas's College guilty of not capitalizing on the mistakes of the Maharagama Central lads and handing them another easy penalty right on that 5-meter mark, and they have finally gone over for the third score. And a deserved 3-try lead now for the Maharagama Central outfit, Denan.
Is the reigning Chairman's champions showing who's boss here at Ananda College grounds, as Kanchana looks to maximize off this conversion as well. This time around seems like it'll go through, and yes, it does. So it'll be 19 points to nothing against St. Thomas's Matale here at Ananda College grounds.
It's just 7 minutes rather to go until the half-time break, and Maharagama Central will be hoping to wrap up the bonus point in this half itself. and they do really well if they are get a knee to the ground there, but eventually that worked into his favor. It allowed him more time to push through and ground the ball just beyond the try line. This time Maharagama Central guilty of letting the kick-off bounce, but what a run that is from the number 11. Broke the line and knocked the ball on in the process, so advantage coming the way of St. Thomas's, and they'll want a score from here. They'll want at least some sort of points on the board before they go into Lemon's Denon. It would, like you said, it will, even if the result doesn't go their favor today, it will be a real morale boost for these boys playing against one of the better teams in this division.
So as you say that, yet another knock forward. Lucky for them, there was a penalty advantage in their favor. Sorry, knock on advantage. So referee brings back play for that knock on there. I thought the number 11 of Maharagama Central did quite brilliantly to break through those tackles that shouldn't have opted for the boot there. But nevertheless, we can say these comments are sitting here in the luxury of our commentary box, but it's the players in the middle who's making those decisions, Nathan.
Yes, definitely. It's always easier in hindsight, isn't it? But yes, like we were discussing earlier, St. Thomas's on the first phase itself, and someone else who's in the luxury of some covering in these hot and humid conditions is their coach Denon, and he'd do well to spot these errors and try and sharpen up his boys for the second half.
Yes, indeed, Nathan. So yet again a good tackle coming in there by Maharagama Central. Offloads given, but very well gathered in that second instance as well. So few small tiny overlap, cutting back inside. The good option there by St. Thomas's Matale, keeping the ball well and alive, and some defensive efforts there in that ruck. So St. Thomas's Matale finally building some faces before Lemons. So yes, yet again defense is now pulling up to the occasion as well. Will they opt to work their lines or go for a boot? So they are gifted away position yet again by St. Thomas's Matale. Guilty in that instance is their second center. So yet another opportunity gone begging for St. Thomas's Matale. They seem to be quite comfortable defending, Nathan.
Yes, but in that last passage of play, then at least they were trying to go to the phases. Perhaps they have our feed on full volume in their dugout. But yes, unfortunately, just not getting it right and just losing their patience. But it's positive signs for them, and they'll want to work on this and try and build on this in that second half and to try and claw their way back into this game. But it's Maharagama Central, no, it's St. Thomas's College who will have the ball once again. So another chance to go through those phases and try and make an entry into the Maharagama Central 22, which we haven't seen at all in the 32 minutes that we've had so far. And this time once again guilty of not collecting that line out cleanly, and and they have let their opponents touch down for their bonus point within the first half itself.
Scorer Nimsara, in that previous couple of phases ago, he charges onto that first receiver from that line out. So this time around, just not handling the pressure is that first receiver of St. Thomas's Matale, and Nimsara capitalizing well and truly on that opportunity, as the conversion is not successful. So the scoreline will remain 24 points to nil.
Yes, score will remain 24 points to nil. This time Kanchana guilty of missing what was a relatively simple conversion, and with that then the referees have chosen to show some mercy to the St. Thomas's College lads, and they've blown for an early lemons on our clocks. It's 24 points to nil at half-time here at the Ananda College rugby grounds in Rajagiriya, and it's all been one-way traffic. What's interesting in that first half is Denan, we didn't see a single entry into the red zone of Maharagama Central by St. Thomas's College.
Yes, Nathan, so a lot of things to work on and reflect on by St. Thomas's Matale lads. Even though the scoreline reads 24 points to nil by Maharagama Central, they too made quite the hash of some easy try scoring opportunities. So a lot of advices for both teams coming by their think tanks known as their coaches. As we'll be taking a quick commercial break, and on the other side, the second half action of this all-important encounter between Maharagama Central and St. Thomas's Matale. Stay tuned in the Papare.
Hey, shall we have a ramen? Yeah? Yes, now you can have Korean ramen anytime, anywhere with newly introduced Maliban Snackers Korean Ramen Savory Biscuit. Grab a pack for just 550 rupees and get that spicy Korean ramen sensation while watching this match.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Love rugby?
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
The road is yours.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
There is a rhythm to island life, where a walk is a dance, where there is work-life flexibility, where fun is serious, and where songs rise out of the sea. The unique and amazing facets of island living inspire us.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Love rugby?
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
දවස summer refresh when the train gotta go.
Night go, pocket perfume. You take it a go ekak.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
The road is yours.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිටියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Are you okay?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superbond for tiling. Tokyo Superbond. Do it right the first time.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්ම නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Boss, I got you some homemade milk toffee. Shall I bring it now? You know, no matter what others say, you are really important to us. I have never seen anyone care about the company as much as you do.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Welcome back to second half coverage here from this all-important clash between Maharagama Central and the visiting St. Thomas's College Matale. It was all one-way traffic, but the wind coming into the play there, then on the kick-off straight away. An unforced error coming from Maharagama Central, the kick-off not going the 10 meters. So it's important that they continue to ride that wave of momentum, and we were speaking about how important momentum can be in this sport. And it's important that they don't allow the St. Thomas's lads any sort of breathing room in this second half.
Yes, indeed, Nathan. But I have to say, strong winds were blowing at that instance. So, nevertheless, early opportunity in the second half for St. Thomas's Matale. Hopefully, the think tank of the Matale lads gave some good words of advice for these players to maintain the position of the ball and build a few faces here and there. on that scoreboard in just a matter of time. It's a good break there in that instance by that number 8. So St. Thomas's Matale seems to have freshened up.
Yes. I'm pretty sure the coaching staff would have had some stern words for their boys. Then you can see straight away opting to work through the phases and ended up winning a penalty. So finally, for the first time in this game, St. Thomas's are doing something right, and good touch finder as well. Good touch finder, bringing play Maharagama Central Territory. When it has been precious few visits into Maharagama Central Territory for Thomas's, and they'll be hoping to walk away with some points from this phase in play, Denan.
Yes, definitely a vital line-out coming up for St. Thomas's Matale. So the line-out jumper as well as the thrower this time around, difference in throwing for St. Thomas's Matale. It will be the tight head prop where just Shyam fast throwing in, and this time around very well gathered, and they have formed a rolling maul of their own. The lock for St. Thomas's Matale this time around just a bit too over eager, so they need to relax, as I was saying, in the second half as well. Start running away.
Yes, but final right St. Thomas's Matale, although they did eventually run out of patience on that occasion, they are going in the right direction, the visiting side. And St. Thomas's College as well, back to their full complement of 15 to begin this second half. And that period of the numbers advantage has come to an end for Maharagama Central, but they made full use of it, didn't they, Denan? Went over for 3 scores while their opponents were down to 14.
Just made the full numbers advantage against this St. Thomas's Matale team, reading 24 points to nothing. So St. Thomas's will now bring in another change for their lineup as well. So the number 25 will go off, and in comes
changes coming in for the Matale lads in their backline, but it's the Maharagama backline that will opt for a set move and spot some space, does Talawat. But unfortunately for him, goes straight into the hands of the fullback Vikum Kumar of St. Thomas's. But intelligent play from him to spot that space. And now Kanchana with a clean collection and a bit of kick tennis going back and forth here in Rajagiriya to start off this second half. But that's a good collection by the number 15, and he again some meters for his side, breaks past a couple of tackles, and finally St. Thomas's Matale showing their mettle here to start off this second half. But just that is not enough then, and they'll find some points to really make a statement in this game.
So they need to build upon these phases, Nathan. They shouldn't give away position while Maharagama Central is in the back foot. As we say, that they opt for the boot this time around, out on the full. So mistakes coming in by St. Thomas's Matale in this second half.
Yes, that early momentum is being wrestled off them, and kudos to Maharagama Central. They are forcing the errors from this St. Thomas's lads, who have been under pressure in the last 40 minutes or so in this game. And great opportunity for Maharagama Central to get that points total up as well. Of course, come the business end of the season, the points for, points against, bonus points, all of those come into the picture to determine the final standings.
Yes, indeed, Nathan, and it's been knocked forward by Maharagama Central in that line out. They made a hash of it. So position being handed back over to St. Thomas's Matale, who've actually been quite lucky in that way. It's just that they haven't capitalized on these gifts.
A lot more at I'm sure they'll face much tougher opposition in the later stages of this tournament. And fly off Maharagama Central, but got a hand in the way. Did the St. Thomas's lad, but won straight away back by Maharagama Central. Good intensity shown and lovely chip over the top there by Talawat. The bounce is kind for him, but unfortunately loses his foot in there, and the possession has been turned over. Now it's an opportunity for that number 15, that's Sanupu Bandara of St. Thomas's, to come away with things. But interesting sequence of play here at Rajagiri Adenan. End-to-end stuff and scrappy stuff to start off this second half.
Nathan, both teams playing at an accelerating pace, but a bit too OV, I'd say. You know, the number 12, the captain for Maharagama Central, trying to chip his way in to the St. Thomas's Matale half. So they seem to be on some mood to score some tries here. Yes, Scrum for St. Thomas's Matale feeds in. Good pressure coming in by that number 8. Matale kick forward, but advantage in favour of St. Thomas's Matale. Another knock forward by Maharagama Central lads. So they need to gather these high balls. Not easy because the wind is a factor here, but nevertheless calculated. They should calculate the wind in receiving those high balls, or else it's going to be a long day for them, as both teams in rather should definitely account the wind when the high balls are presented to each other.
Yes, on that occasion, guilty of a bit of miscommunication there. Had the two players running onto the same ball, did Maharagama Central, and at the end of it, neither of them able to gather it. But now it's another chance for St. Thomas's Matale. But straight away they'll opt for that exit, and that's well charged down by Kanchana. But the ball has landed kindly for that man in the number 13. That's Dishant Taruka. Dishant Taruka in acres of space, and end-to-end rugby from St. Thomas's College Matale. That's the number 11 touching down under the post. That's Vikum Kumar for the visitors. And they've got exactly what they wanted to start off this second half. The first score for them. First Amana Bank try. And conversion coming in as well. Taken quickly there by the fly half. And straight away starting this second half with the points are St. Thomas's College Matale Denan. And this is exactly what their coaching staff would have asked of from them.
The St. Thomas's Matale striking back in ample time. Indeed, Nathan, 7 points to 24 reading on the scoreline. So they will have some sort of momentum and confidence going forward in this game. We just started the second half. So in the favourable position now, St. Thomas's Matale.
Yes, definitely. We were speaking about how they go for that Hail Mary from the first phase itself. And this time they have been lucky, as the kickoff once again from Maharagama Central appears to have gone out on the full. So another centre field scrum coming for St. Thomas's College, and it's important that they don't, for Maharagama Central, that it's important that they don't let the momentum get away from them and allow St. Thomas's any sort of breathing room into this game, because they are quite a physical side, as we know them, Denan, and I'm sure they'll also be eager to snap at any chance that is presented to them in this game.
So indeed, Nathan, Maharagama Central gifting position away, and in this instant gifting the try away to St. Thomas's Matale. So not the ideal start for them, but in St. Thomas's perspective, exactly the second half they were hoping for. So good defense coming in yet again by Maharagama Central, rushing up to the Matale attackers. Just again, good tackle. So good tackles coming in by Maharagama Central lads. St. Thomas's Matale yet again up for the boot. Letting it bounce is the Maharagama Central. First 5-8. Good high hanging kick there by the flanker Kanchana. But this time kicked out on the full, so it will be a line out yet again in favour of St. Thomas's Matale. Side the 50 meter off Maharagama Central, so opportunities being presented to them, they should just gather it with both hands, Nathan.
Yes, it's important that they maintain that composure and so show some patience. That's something that Maharagama Central were guilty of not doing in the first half, and hence were denied of a couple of clear-cut scoring chances. But this time, good work at line-out time from Kanchana. He's been a menacing presence for Maharagama Central, both in ruck time and line-out time, and I would say an early contender for that perfect play of the match title as well.
Yes, indeed, Nathan, but nevertheless, his efforts in gathering the ball goes to win as the ball just bundled into touch, and it'll be another line-out in favour of St. Thomas's Matale with a few more bonus meters.
Yes, definitely. And
so it's important that the hooker or whoever who's there to gather that stolen ball keep his eyes on the ball and not get distracted. And this time St. Thomas's Matale opt for a good rolling ball. It's set, their base is set, so they will opt to drive. Now it's finally being hold steady. That big number 5 for St. Thomas's Matale, Kalpana. This time numbers on the outside. Good tackle coming in. Offloads it and keeps the ball alive. Gives it to that new man in the number 17 for St. Thomas's Matale. Building a few faces here and there. Surely and certainly if they continue to build more faces, they will put some more points on the board here, Nathan.
Yes, it's all about patience, Denan, but kudos to the Maharagama Central players. They are up with the defense straight away, not allowing any sort of room for St. Thomas's. But this time the big prop forward, that's Janit Senanayaga, gains a few meters for his side. Have numbers on the outside. Lovely hands there. Number 15 cutting through the defense and did well to keep that ball in play. And now it's a scrum half. High shot coming in on him, and advantage going the way of St. Thomas's College Matale now. Number 17 deputizing at scrum half, and they are looking to switch things up. And another strong carry from Kalpana, but a yellow card coming the way of the Maharagama Central lads. It's a try score. The man in that number 1 jump that's Asira Shamalka, and was quite a cynical charge from him, Denan. And a numbers advantage now coming the way of St. Thomas's College Matale, and they are hyped up and ready.
St. Thomas's Matale for sure fired up as Maharagama Central are now in the back foot. Showing some different faces here in this second half are the St. Thomas's Matale lads, as they are now inside the 22 meter of the defending Chairman's Trophy champions Maharagama Central, Colombo.
Yes, first real entry into the 22 for St. Thomas's, and they'll want to walk away with the points here, but make hash of the line out. And once again that open side flank of Maharagama Central, the number 7 Nimsar doing really well, but the play has been called back by the referee, and they've squandered a chance, haven't they, Denan?
Indeed, but nevertheless it was a knock on, so yet again ball is with St. Thomas's Matale, so some sort of favour for them as well. Maharagama Central a bit shaken here in Ananda College grounds, as they are a bit confused on what's happening at the moment.
Yes, they've really had to scramble to start off this second half, and as you rightly say, and they'll want to pull their socks up and find that momentum, ride that wave of momentum that they created in the first half, as they're running the changes as well are the Maharagama Central lads. So the coaching staff choosing to go with the fresh legs on the park, and that could be the right way to go for them.
So indeed, Nathan. So it's also important that I think what the problem here was that the Maharagama Central lads, they went into a comfortable lead in halftime, 24 points to nil. They came into the second half relaxed, thinking that they have secured the game. As the referee turns the time back on, we'll definitely see some sort of resistance and resilience shown by the St. Thomas's Matale lads.
Yes, definitely. You know, these Matale lads, they don't go down without a fight, Denan. They'll want to make their mark on this game, even if they are unable to get over the finishing line today. But lovely hands from the inside centre, finds that runner And now they'll look to go out wide. Wayward pass, but well collected there by the try scorer. That's Vikum. And he's done well to keep the ball in play. But it's still St. Thomas's Matale with the front football. But unfortunately, just spilling that forward. The number 19, I believe, that's Niranjan Pereira for St. Thomas's College. So just as they were gathering some momentum and looked like they were going to go over for some points, they've handed possession straight back to Maharagama Central and given their opponents a breather.
So, referee yet again turns time back off. It seems like some sort of injury concern for Maharagama Central. Not what the coaches want to see. If they were of Maharagama Central, just as a replacement came off a player who's been performing for them. I think it's the hooker Nethula Hettiarachchi who's finding himself in a bit of struggle. He's struggling there, but hopefully he can continue for the sake of these Maharagama Central lads. So the referee now calls in for replacement, so that'll be it for Nethula Hettiarachchi. Seems like a small HIA test must be done. Possible concussion there, minor concussion, hopefully nothing too bad on the lad who he had a good game, have to say, Nethula Hettiarachchi, but unfortunately for him that's the end of it. You can see St. Thomas's Matale, they seem to be hoping, they seem to be on their body language is saying that they want to win this game. They are not going down without a fight, Nathan.
Yes, and that's what you want to see, especially in the second round, or you could call it the business end of the Dialog Schools Rugby League, where all the, I would say with all due respect, the evenly matched teams are put together. So you expect high octane clashes, you expect close clashes in the second round. But yes, unfortunately for Nethula, good game young man, but he'll have to hobble off, and hopefully he's alright. And hopefully for Maharagama Central there is no blue card issued then, because that would see him out for the rest of the season, and they certainly wouldn't want that from someone who has been one of their stronger carriers.
Yes indeed, Nathan, our prayers lie within that player. Hopefully nothing too serious for him. So now Maharagama Central with a scrum on their own, working their lines in this. The captain opting for the boot, gives position back to the centre there of St. Thomas's Matale. So not the exit he was hoping for, and advantage now for St. Thomas's Matale, who's been in the front foot ever since this second half has commenced here at Ananda College grounds. There's another bustling run there by the forwards for St. Thomas's Matale. Numbers on the outside, will they opt for the line? Fumbles it, rather unfortunate yet again for St. Thomas's Matale. So few firm hands here and there could bring them ever so close for another score here.
Yes, unfortunately for them, they've been guilty of this on a couple of occasions. Have the visitors, have both sides actually. There's been plenty of handling errors from both teams today. But yes, like you said, St. Thomas has yet again conceding a chance to add some points. And Maharagama Central this time will want a good exit. But once again, Talawatha opts for that kick into space. And collected well by the skipper of St. Thomas's. That's Ananda. Lovely line breaking run from him, but a desperate ankle tap coming in from the scrum half. But that Hail Mary of the first phase is working yet again for St. Thomas's. Caught the Maharagama defense snapping. And their scrum half had to do the clean-up work, and excellent ankle tap coming in from him to prevent the Amana Bank try. But it's St. Thomas's knocking on the door, hovering inside the red zone, and they'll be desperate to go over for a score here, Denan.
So indeed, Nathan, some superb counter-attacking work by St. Thomas's Matale, as they have numbers on the outside. A few hands would have done it for them, as they now the ball's been turned over. So good defense coming in by Maharagama Central. Now they will now look for that kick from base. It's been knocked forward there by St. Thomas's Matale. So showing clear positive signs are the St. Thomas's Matale lads. This time taken quickly by the captain for Maharagama Central, who works the ball to that number 14. tries to burn him on the outside. Last defense coming in, but he will not catch him as Dulina Netmija will go over for an Amana Bank try in the second half for Maharagama Central College. Brilliant stuff there by Maharagama Central.
What a sequence of play here at Rajagiri, turning defense into attack. And it all started with, it's a Dulina Nemita that goes over for the score, the fifth score for Maharagama Central College. But to play back a few phases, it all started with that desperate defense there coming in from the scrum half. That's Inuka Jaya Vikrama. And he managed to hold up the play there and get the St. Thomas's lads to stop dead in their tracks. And then good work from his defenders, turning defense into attack, turning that ball over, and the afterburners, and a length of the field try for that number 14 Denon. And this is why Maharagama Central are one of the favourites in this segment of the Dialog Schools Rugby League.
Yes, indeed, Nathan, as this time around no mistake whatsoever by that conversion. Kanchana adds the 2 points, so it's a 7-point try. 29 points to 7 is the score. Beg your pardon, 31 points to 7. So it will be quite the unassailable lead for Maharagama Central in that instance. Have to also mention it was the captain who started it all, taking that quick tap, finding the defense snapping for St. Thomas's Matale, as yet again the try scorer gathers the ball. He's showing some sort of he seems to be fired up, Nathan. This time around just loses the ball forward. So brilliant work there in that instance by Maharagama Central, capitalizing on that penalty and wasting no time whatsoever.
Yes, brilliant work by them. Just when St. Thomas's thought that they had wrestled back some momentum, just when they thought that they were knocking on the door, swiftly turning defense into attack, the Maharagama Central outfit. And with just 15 minutes or so left here at Rajagiri, they look to have taken an unassailable lead. But it's St. Thomas's with a scrum. And if they are to get a foothold in this game, they'll need to score, and they'll need to score now. But that's cleanly collected there by Sasindu Yahan for Maharagama Central. Looks to find the try scorer out wide, and eventually walks away with the ball, does Nemita. And Maharagama Central will just want to play a bit patiently here, go through a few phases with their forwards and just run down that clock ever so much. That's Kanchana once again, strong carry. He's been one of the standouts for his team today. And slow hands out wide, but Maharagama Central won't mind that. But this time it's a line-breaking run from their winger on this occasion. That's Saranga Deshan, and he brings play into Thomian territory. And now once again choosing to go with their forwards. Yes, Nimsara with another strong carry. Have numbers on the outside. Quick hands is required, but unfortunately don't find that on that occasion, and goes for the grubber. Does the fly half. Probably not the right call, but the Thomian side were offside, so an advantage coming the way of Maharagama Central. And Talawat will look for a good touch of this set play to run down the clock even more and seal the game for his side. Good touch here from Maharagama Central is what's required. But they have gone for the scrum, and another opportunity for them to work through a few more phases with their forwards. They too are now back to their full complement of 15 are the Maharagama Central lads. So not really capitalizing on the numbers advantage. That's a lovely work from the fly half. That's Sasindu Yahan of Maharagama Central. Managed to break the defense, and unfortunately Saranga Deshan just knocking the ball forward there. Not what the doctor ordered for Maharagama Central. Game management is now what's important for them with just 14 minutes left on our clocks. And they have handed possession straight back to St. Thomas's College. But they'll be hoping to snuff out any chance of a Thomian attack from here and try and play some front football to close out this all-important clash in the Dialog Schools Rugby League. But it is St. Thomas's ball here, albeit from inside their own half. Opts to go for that exit, but again charged down well by the double try scorer today. That's Heshan Nimsar, and managed to collect the ball, and here's it outside to Nemita. Nemita breaks past the defense, takes a couple of men down with him, and now looking to straighten things up with the outside centre, Maharagama Central. Here's Kanchana. Lovely hands, slick work here from the Maharagama Central lads. Offloads to his number 16, that's Akila Akash. And now have numbers on the outside. A quick ball is required. Unfortunately, slightly wavered pass. So they'll have to play patiently for a few more phases. Will Maharagama Central. And looks to switch things up. Yes, Nimsara to Kanchana. Ravihara. And referee calls things back. And they were playing under advantage. So no damage done for Maharagama Central. They'll keep a possession here. A slight warning coming there on the Thomian player for a high shot. And it's Maharagama Central with another chance to close out this game with a flurry of scores. Really didn't. As we all know, the Thomian reserves are run dry. They had a couple of injuries in the first half and probably lots of tired legs on the field as well. So perfect opportunity for Maharagama Central to really test themselves and try and find a few more scores here before the close of play.
So Nathan, as we say, had a few bad phases of play when the second half started, as you could see Maharagama Central lads are now knocking on the door for another try. The numbers on the outside, just loses the ball forward, a bit over eager there in that instance. It's the number 10, Sasindu Hihan of Maharagama Central, just losing that ball forward. Maybe his eyes just lit up there when he saw that overlap in the corner, Nathan.
Yes, definitely didn't. And Maharagama Central will be a bit disappointed here. I thought with the chances they had in this game, they really had a chance to push for that 50-point mark at least here at Rajgiriya today. But still, all is well that ends well. They will walk out of this game victorious, but definitely they will be ruin some of those missed chances, and a chance to really make a statement and send some shockwaves through the rest of their competition in the Dialog Schools Rugby League.
So indeed, Nathan, as we have a little over 11 minutes left on our clock. So now St. Thomas's Matale up to clear their lines, kicks it straight to their number 10, who loses the ball forward yet again. Sasindu Yahan not having the best of the games here in Ananda College grounds, but nevertheless, just above 10 minutes left here on our clock, and it's time to begin that conversation of that Swiss Tech perfect play of the match, Nathan.
Yes, definitely didn't. Have been some strong performances from both sides. The number 7, both flankers in fact of Maharagama Central, Kanchana Kusumshri and Heshan Nimsar, have put in quite the shift for their side, and it will be between the both of them, I could say, in this clash. Their outside centre as well, that's Chamat Vihanga in the number 13. He too has had a decent game, but it is a game that I would say they have won with their forwards, Denan, the Maharagama Central lads, and it will be a tussle between those two players on the flanks for Maharagama Central.
Yes, indeed, Nathan. Also a few honourable mentions that dashing try scorer Nemita, of course, showed some sort of exciting rugby there by him, a bit of individual brilliance. Also their captain Rizwan, who yet again has been in the thick of things for Maharagama Central. Good defense coming in there by St. Thomas's Matale, who have only themselves to blame as they had a lot of opportunities which they just let go in that first half. Even come the second half, they did show a bit of they definitely showed a bit of resistance, and they've upped their performance, but not enough against this Maharagama Central team, as the double try scorer finds a bit of space there. Good defense to bring him down. Also have to say, Nathan, I was talking about Rizon. He's been through everything in this game, controlling that game, playing that pivotal fly off, inside center position.
Yes, he's really shifted around the back line as well, and like you said, he's made a few intelligent plays of his own, as that player there is just dragged down. The fly half of Maharagama Central hasn't had the best of games individually, but he'll be happy with his team's performance. And here's Asira, who is also on the score sheet here at Rajagiriya today, and just playing really patiently. Here are the Maharagama lads, and here's that number 7. Can he go over for his hat-trick? Nimsara brings play within inches of the try line for his team. And here's that replacement prop forward, the number 16, that's Akila Akash. Surely just a couple of phases away here now. And here's Venusha Nimsara. All he needs to do is touchdown. And he has gone over for the 6th Amana Bank try for Maharagama Central College. Venusha Nimsara, another strong carrier of this Maharagama outfit. And he's showing exactly what he's made of as he goes over for their 6th score in this game.
Venusha Nimsara just bustling his way through a couple of tackles there. Absolute dominance by these Maharagama Central players. Beg your pardon. As Kanchana now looks to maximize this try there to add the ever so important 2 points from this conversion as well. So still I think we should be a bit more patient when deciding that perfect player of the match, as there's been quite the number of players standing out, especially from Maharagama Central, as Kanchana can't find his conversion, but nevertheless 36 points to 7. So St. Thomas's Matale, will they find some sort of rhythm and momentum here to at least get another consolation try in Ananda College grounds?
Yes, but as for the Maharagama lads, they're just 2 more scores away from that 50-point mark, and that will be quite the morale boost in victory for them, and they'll be hoping that they are able to find a couple more scores. It's not far-fetched, especially considering the chances that these St. Thomas's Matale lads have been giving their way. But here's the replacement breaking past a couple of tackles, and straight away good collection of that kickoff, and deputizing at scrum half is the number 18. And now they'll look to go to their line. They'll try and run it out of their own half, and another bustling run coming in from Asira Shamalka. He's also been a really strong carrier for his side, and they've got numbers on the outside. Just need the quick hands to find them. Here's that double try scorer now. Looping pass out to his winger, but a good cover defense coming in from the St. Thomas's College lads. And he's gone down holding his head. Hopefully all is well there. And here's Nimsara once again bringing play to that halfway mark. The Thomian defense well and truly scrambling, have numbers out on the left, opts to go for the grubber, and by Deshan. Bounce was not kind for him, but it's still Maharagama Central that will walk away with the possession. Intelligent kick coming in from that fullback on that occasion, and now they've entered the Thomian territory once again. Have the lads from Maharagama. This time they've got the scrambling defense. Yes, Kanchana just need quick hands to find those extra men on the outside. They've created an overload on that right hand flank, but unfortunately the ball has been spilled by that left winger, that's Saranga Deshan, but once again guilty of not getting that final ball right, and they just need quick ball, don't they, Denan?
Yes indeed, Nathan. The final ball not going into the hands for that Maharagama Central left winger, but nevertheless the Maharagama Central have put on a show here in Ananda College grounds, as perfect Swiss Tech perfect player of the match will be Heshan Nimsar, the double try scorer for Maharagama Central, with his valuable efforts in attack and defense, gave a lot of as a third player, open side flanker. He has definitely shown a lot of work rate and effort for this victory, which came for Maharagama Central.
Yes, definitely done. And here's Rizwan once again with a chip kick. An offside call there by the referee. So a penalty come in the way of St. Thomas's Matale. Taken quickly there by their skipper. And looking to spot that gap. Caught the try scorer Deshan Napin on that occasion. Exploited that gap, and now they're hovering around that 22 meters. But coming back to that conversation of the perfect player of the match, as a third row, as you would know, the work rate is what's important, and their third rows are players who can contribute in both attack and in defense. They're real utility players for their side, and it has been a brilliant show today from Nimsar in that third row for Maharagama Central.
Yes, indeed, Nathan showed some real good potential to be a utility player for the higher ranks as well. So this time the try scorer there, Vikum, cutting back inside, just holds on there. So another opportunity gone begging for St. Thomas's Matale, which has just been their story for the day, as taken quickly there by the number 10 of Maharagama Central. Could say another individual effort try there by the Maharagama Central first 5'8", Sasindu Yehan, with a try of his own. Beg your pardon, it is the scrum of Inuka Javikrama who has scored that 7th Amana Bank try for Maharagama Central in these dying quarters of the game, Nathan.
Yes, he's deserved that try, and he's contributed for his side in attack and in defense as well. He's had a good game from that scrum half position, really marshalling both his forwards and his backs, and I would say he's someone who really deserved to be on the score sheet today, and he has gone over for Amana Bank try for his side. And relatively simple conversion coming in for Kanchana as he heads the extras, and referee will blow for full time here at Rajagiri. Kanchana, he's had a good day with the boot and at the breakdown for his side. Another one of those standout performers for Maharagama Central College. But it is full time here at Rajagiri. 43 points to 7 is the final scorecard in favor of the dominant Maharagama Central side, and they are showing exactly what they are made of here at Rajagiri, and they are one of the firm favourites to clinch that crown in this division and secure promotion as well come the end of the season, Denan.
Yes, indeed, Nathan. Absolute one-way traffic here at Ananda College grounds. Maharagama Central with a 43 points to 7 is the final score confirmation. So a brilliant performance by Maharagama Central, by both their backs and forwards, who combined really well into putting on quite the show here at Ananda College grounds here at Rajagiri.
Yes, as we'll take a look at some of the key stats here. 7 tries from Maharagama Central and 4 conversions courtesy the boot of Kanchana Kusumshri, who's unlucky to miss out on that Man of the Match award, but take nothing away from Heshan Nimsar for Maharagama Central College. 2 Amana Bank tries, but it's not just that. Strong carries and applied a lot of pressure on these St. Thomas's lads as well. He is a Swiss Tech perfect player of the match, the third row for Maharagama Central College. St. Thomas's College, just the one converted try for them, a breakaway try. They stuck to that ploy of going for the Hail Mary ball off the first phase itself, and that unfortunately only reaped rewards for them on one occasion in this clash. Yes, and that will bring an end to our coverage of this Week 5 clash here of the Dialog Schools Rugby League from Rajagiri. We also have one more game coming up and that will be live at 3:45. That's St. Aloysius taking on Siri Priyaratana here at Ananda College. That's Ananda College grounds. That's Division 1 segment B clash, plate clash from that division. So do hop tabs and tune into that game as well. But for now, on behalf of the entire Papare technical and production team, it's me, Nathan Coggins, and Denan Ranavira signing off.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
Muscle Guard Herbal Cream. A herbal cream for rapid relief and complete healing from muscle and joint ailments. Experience rapid relief. A trusted product from Link Natural.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
රාමෙන් පාරක් දාමුද?
මෙතන
මෙතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්. හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට්. රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ.
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැඩකට සුපර්.
මේ දිනවල ඇතිවිය හැකි අසනීප තත්ත්වයන් වලින් ආරක්ෂා වීම සඳහා ප්‍රතිශක්තිය වර්ධනය කර නිරෝගීමත් දවසක් සඳහා සමහන් පානය කරන්න. සෙමදා සමහන් සෙමදා සුවෙන්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Our mountains are majestic. They can be life-giving. Some are even sacred, and their heights bear marks of our heritage. Our mountains elevate us. To us, they are ever inspiring.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill වෙන්න lemon.
එක පැත්තකින් වහගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා. උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine, just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit, never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
That was summer refresh when the train neck got to go.
Night Glow Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom Perfumed Body Spray.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය. චර්පි චිප්ස්. රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
චමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය. චර්පි චිප්ස්. රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom Perfumed Body Spray.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
The road is yours.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල් 2K waterproof සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.